It's your man Jay Graves Report, and welcome to the Mick Football Preview Week 8, presented by your good neighbor State Farm agent Ravi R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or hit your boy up at 317-297-3804 so you can holler at your boy. Now, I'm out here like Benjamin Button at this point. I know at the beginning of the season, I had a full gray beard. About 3 weeks into the season, I had just the goatee. Now I got the smooth face on the boy. In about 3 weeks, bro, I'll be looking like I'm about 14. By the time we go to the state championship, bro, I'm going to be out here with these tight jeans on like these duns be wearing. Hey, now, let's move on to the first ball game because I know y'all want to get right to it. Now, we got number 18, Lawrence North, going out to play number 7, Center Grove. Let's move on to the next ball game. Lawrence North been falling down every week. These dudes won the first 2 ball games of the season. Now they on a 5-game losing streak, bruh. It's at a point now where they coming into this ball game, they don't have a whole lot of confidence. They got a Dunn on the other side of the ball. They call him the Warhorse, Carson Steele. He known on the street as Potter. Hey, but I call him the Dunn that keeps on running. Now, here's the deal. He's 14 years old. I've been saying it all season. I'm going to keep saying it. He's 14 years old. He's doing work on everybody. He's got 956 yards rushing. He averages 6.2 yards per carry. The Dunn is about to get out. The Warhorse is about to get out the gate right now, bruh. He might run all the way to Milwaukee this weekend. Hey, Lawrence North is struggling right now, and I don't know if they're going to be able to contain the Warhorse. That Dunn going to get out the bond, and he going to kick and run all weekend, bruh. They're going to have to get the GPS to find him. I'm telling you, he about to run all over these boys. So now, let's move on to the next ball game because I really don't have too much to say about this one. Carson Steele breaks all kind of records. He going to go over the doggone century mark this weekend. It is what it is. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, my game of the week, the one game I'm going to be at, Jay Graves Report has been trying to get around to every single venue in the MIC because the experience has just been nuts. So this weekend, I'm going back to Pike because I haven't seen North Central play. And I've been hearing all the good things about them. So now we got number 12, North Central, coming off a loss to Lawrence Central, 21-15 last week, to go play number 8, Pike. Now let's slow down right here. Last year at the end of the season, between these two teams, North Central and Pike, they had only won 1 ball game between them. So now, both of them come into this ball game 3-4. They upsetting boys. Playing like you got North Central's got a brand new coach over there. I call him Chinchilla O'Shea. That done come out on the field. They got so much swag right now at North Central. I've dressed him up in the Chinchilla because they in the top 12. Now, Pike on the other side of the ball is number 8 right now. These guys have cracked the top 10 after beating Center Grove on the road 28-20 last week. So now, because they got so much swag right now, number 8, and they didn't win a ball game last year, bro. These done running around floating this week. Their feet ain't even touching the ground. So because they floating, because they sitting at number 8, I gotta put Coach Graves in an old school bad boy shiny suit. That Dunn's gonna come out on the field looking like Mace and Puff Daddy this weekend. Hey, long as they come out and put in work. Let's talk about it. Liam Thompson over at North Central is doing damage on boys. He got more than 1,397 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's throwing to Trayvon Elliott and Cole McGuire. They've been putting in crazy work, and George Stokes is running the rock. This is a rivalry game, bro, because they pretty much, they not far from each other. So this is a rivalry game. But then on the other side of the ball, you got Gordon Jarrett and Jason Graham sharing the quarterback duties, but Jordan Garrett went to work last week on the board. Put up like 295 yards, 4 touchdowns down at Center Grove. Matter of fact, threw a touchdown with 3.7 seconds left. So these guys are coming in with crazy confidence. Beating Center Grove on the road gives them crazy confidence. Then he's throwing the cats like Darrell Black Jr., Jalen Crenshaw, Jalen Mack. They got too many Jalens over there, bro. They got to start changing the names up. Boy, get confused. They're like, hey, I'm throwing to Jalen. Which one? Hey, now, I'm going with, because Pike is at the crib, the fan experience is nuts over there, because on the timeout, they go crazy. Whoever the DJ is, I tell that done and give him a pound for me. I'm going with Pike to win this ball game in a close fought ball game. We're going with Pike to win. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, we got number 2, Warren Central. Gotta go travel out north. They going to number 5, Carmel. Now, here's the deal. Warren Central's coming off a huge win when they beat the brakes off Lawrence North last weekend, 53-3. My man, Jaden George, proved me wrong. About a week ago, I said, hey, that's a much better team with Dean Tate playing quarterback. That dog came out there and put up 190 yards and 4 touchdowns, made me look silly. So, Jordan, Jaden George, I'm sorry, bro. When you see me on the street, just give me a pound and keep on moving. Now, here's the deal. They got Dean Tate can do both. He can play the quarterback position. He goes to the wide out position. Last week, he had 3 catches for 37 yards. Then they got the monster over there. They call him David Bell. He was 4 catches, 73 yards last week. Then they got DeJure Griffey also throwing the ball. But they got a dun toting the rock. They got 2 duns toting the rock over there. Romir Elliott and my man that makes the Jay Graves Report all uniform team. They call him Jason Holland. That's my guy over there. He is right now one of the guys on my all uniform team. End of the season, I'm going to put up on the JGravesReport.com an all uniform team. So if you cats think you can put on the uniform and look good, because it's about 2 or 3 cats that's sitting at the top for the most valuable player when it comes to the all uniform team, I'm going to name them for you. Jason Holland. There's a cat named Manny Bellamy for Lawrence Central. That done know how to put the uniform on. Then you got a cat with the best football name in the business. They call him Sir Zion Dance. But then I ran into another cat last week from Carmel. They call him Dylan Downey, sophomore. Hey, when he walk out on the field, bro, he got boys running. He got them scared. He looks so good in the uniform. Hey, so keep putting the uniforms on. But let's get back to this ball game. Now, Carmel, ranked number 5, coming off of a loss last week to Ben Davis, 28-10. Now, I wrote a hot joint this week where I gave Coach Hebert mad props, mad respect. He did a hell of a job of coaching the ball game against Ben Davis. 1 minute, they down 7-3. Next minute, you blink, they down 21-3, bro. Coach Hebert looked around and like, hey, we're not about to let my boys get blown out of this joint because Ben Davis scores in spurts in 2 or 3 minutes. Less than 2 or 3 minutes, they putting points up. 2 or 3 plays, they putting points up. So I got to give him mad props because he had the wherewithal to force turnovers. He forced Ben Davis into 4 turnovers. They were scrapping. They were probably the most disciplined team I've seen play all season long. Even though they lost by 18 points, Dunn's getting caught up in that. He kept the ball on the ground. They had the sophomore, Dylan Downey, carried the rock 32 times for 105 yards. Now, a lot of cats was hating on Twitter, talking about, well, he's only averaging 3 yards a carry. Bruh, he playing against Ben Davis. Ben Davis always had a threat of scoring points. So Ben Davis can't score points as long as they stand on the sideline watching this Dunn carry the rock. That was excellent coaching. He got his boys out of there. They kept their dignity. They come into a ball game this week, not beat up. They still have confidence and they ready to play. Excellent coaching staff in Carmel. You got to give them mad props. You see them on the street, give them a pound for me. Now, because they playing at the crib, because they coming in with mad confidence and they so disciplined as a team, I'm going with Carmel to upset these boys for Warren Central. I know the Warren Central cats on the east side upset with your boy, but I'm just calling it like I see it. Unless you're going to be as disciplined as Carmel. Carmel got you in the back, in their backyard in front of Big Mama. Carmel going to come in here and beat these boys. Now, let's move on to the next ball game. We got the big one. Over at Lawrence Central, we got number 1, Ben Davis, coming off of a huge win over Carmel, 28-10, like I just talked about. They going to play number 3, Lawrence Central, who's coming off of a huge win against North Central, 21-15. Now, Ben Davis is ranked 11th in the country, bruh. They beating the brakes off everybody. Listen to what I'm saying to you. They beating the brakes off everybody putting uniforms on. So now, Reese Taylor, who is the shoe-in for the Mr. Football Award, if he don't win a Mr. Football Award, do his highway robbery, boys got on ski masks, running up in the joint, like set it off. He's the most outstanding player from a skill set standpoint in high school football this year in Indiana. He's got over 1,794 yards. He's got another 357 on the ground. And I forgot, I can't even keep up with the amount of touchdowns he got. He got like 25, 26 touchdowns already. It's nuts. And he still got to play this week, next week, and all the way to November because they going to the state championship. And you can count on that. Now, here's the deal. Also, he's throwing the rock I took a lot of heat on Twitter this week for saying it, but I'm going to say it again. The best wide receiver in high school football in Indiana right now, Brock Thompson. And this is the reason why I say that, bro. He's got 671 yards, but it has nothing to do with the yards. Brock Thompson knows how to run routes. Brock Thompson knows how to go after the football. He fights for the ball in the air. If you put it in the air, he's going to get it. In order to play this game at this level, to be the in my opinion, the best wide receiver, you got to be able to do it all. Not only is the Dunn out there running routes, catching the rock, fighting for the ball, he blocking too. You got to watch the whole doggone cat. Hey, it's some bad boys out there. David Bell's a bad boy. And he's the most explosive and the most exciting player after the catch. But in my opinion, I think that this cat, Brock Thompson, is the best all-around wide receiver in the doggone mix. That's just what it is. Now, he's got a running buddy with him, hangs out with him. They call him Jermaine Hoskins. I like that name too. They got a whole bunch of nice names out here. Then you got running the rock, Johnny Adams. Probably the best running back in the doggone state. I don't know what these boys around here thinking about. I don't know where IU, Purdue, all these cats, where y'all at? This the baddest boy in the state. You need to be courting this Dunn right now, bruh. Johnny Adams is the man. Then he got a boy running beside him. They call him Joey Pearson. He makes my all-uniform team, too. That doesn't know how to put it on. I got to put Johnny Adams on there, too. Them boys know how to put it on. Now, on the other side of the ball, Lawrence Central comes in with Danielle Meredith. He's got more than 1,500 yards. He's throwing to Donovan Wright, 682 yards receiving, and Kurt Pinkston Jr. Now, these boys know how to put it in. Then they running the block. They got John Childs III. That's another cat. Know how to put the uniform on. There's a lot of cats I got to choose from on my all-uniform team because they know how to put it on. Hey, but in this ball game, I can't disappoint. Ben Davis wins this ball game. Now, will they blow these boys out? Because I know it's a cat on the other side of the ball. Two cats on the other side of the ball. Cam McGrone and Manny Bellamy. Let me tell you something about Cam McGrone. Cam McGrone is the best football player I've seen all season long. All the hype that surrounds Cam McGrone It's all worth it, bro. He better than advertised. If you haven't seen this cat play, you need to go check him out. Not only is he got the DNA and the skill set, the cat mind is working 100 miles an hour. He's anticipating everything going on, and that means that he's watching film. That means that he's very bright. His mama didn't have to tell me how smart he was. I look at him and watch him on the field and see how smart he is. When I saw him play a few weeks ago against Center Grove, the kid knew exactly where every play was going. He probably had 16, 17 tackles in the ball game because before the ball was snapped, he was already in the spot where the ball was going. It's nuts. And all the cats that want to be Division I, want to call themselves All-American, want to get to where he is, you got to play the game the way he played the game. So Cam McGrone and company has a tall order this weekend. But Ben Davis still wins this game. Ain't nobody beating Ben Davis. Ben Davis is beating themselves. If they win this ball game, because Ben Davis went out there and tied their shoes together and went out there blindfolded, bro. They got crazy talent all over the field. They got 55 seniors. It's nuts. It's your man, Jay Graves Report from the JGravesReport.com. Or you can hit me up on Twitter at JGravesReport so you can holler at your boy. And also remember that this segment is presented by your good neighbor, State Farm agent, Ravi R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or hit your boy up at 317-297-3804 so you can holler at your